Welcome to Advocate with Dr. Rufus Lowe, where we aspire each and every day to eradicate the silence of good people who allow bad things to happen. And in doing so, we can together provide a new and glorious path forward for all. Our conversation will be based on the teachings of my latest book entitled Shadow Tolerance, Your Guide to Accepting Racial Difference. Shall we begin?
Imagine a world where the simple act of being good springs purely from kindness toward others. What if honesty wasn't about fear of punishment or a desire for reward, but about ensuring no one suffers from lies or deceit? Picture a society where serving others isn't driven by obligation or expectation, but by a genuine wish to create a community where the vulnerable are cared for, the hungry are fed, and the homeless find shelter, and the poor gain real opportunities to improve their lives. What if all this was motivation enough to live with compassion and integrity? This vision aligns very closely with the principles of humanism, a philosophy that centers on human values and the potential for goodness within each individual. Humanism emphasizes reason, empathy, and a commitment to improving human welfare without so much relying on supernatural beliefs. It encourages us to find meaning and purpose in our shared humanity, recognizing that our actions have real consequences for the people around us. When we apply humanism to the idea of racial harmony, the connection becomes clear. Racial harmony isn't just about tolerance or coexistence. It's about actively embracing and celebrating our differences while recognizing our common humanity. Humanism teaches that every person deserves respect and dignity, regardless of their race or background. It challenges us to break down the barriers of prejudice and discrimination, not because of religious band-aids, want to go to heaven, or legal requirements, we don't want to go to jail, but because it's simply the right thing to do for the well-being of all. In a humanist framework, racial harmony grows naturally from empathy and mutual understanding. When we see others as fellow human beings with hopes, with fears, and dreams just like our own, it becomes impossible to justify hatred or division. Instead, we're motivated to build bridges through dialogue, conversation, education, and shared experiences that foster a trust, which foster also cooperation. This approach encourages us to confront systemic inequalities and work towards social justice, not our guilt or not out of guilt, definitely not out of fear, but from a heartfelt desire to create a fairer, kinder world. Some might wonder if there is a benevolent God or a promise of heaven, or why Earth often feels so harsh and divided. Humanism offers a perspective that doesn't rely on divine intervention, but instead puts the responsibility squarely on us. It suggests that Earth can be a training ground for the kind of life we aspire to in any spiritual sense, a place where we practice kindness, we practice honesty, and we practice service. If millions believe in God's goodness, and I'm one of them, God's grace, perhaps that belief can inspire us to act with goodness here on earth, here and now, without waiting for some otherworldly reward. Ultimately, humanism and racial harmony go hand in hand. Why? Because both focus on the value of human life and the power of our choices. When kindness, when honesty, and service are motivated by genuine concern for humans, fellow humans, barriers dissolve and a more harmonious society becomes possible. It's a hopeful vision, one where the simple act of caring for one another can transform the world, turning what if into what is.